It is with great pleasure and excitement that I stand before you to welcome you to the launch of the Regulatory Sandbox, designed to promote innovation, productivity, and markets in Ethiopia.
The main purpose of the sandbox in relation to the Capital Market Authority, at least, is it would be a safe environment where the authority can test new ideas, new ways of doing a capital market regulatory exercise that will give us confidence, because our decisions will be based on evidence that will come out of a sandbox structure. So when there are new ideas that currently being practiced in the market, but we don't have a legal instrument for the authority to enforce, to give license, to monitor, then the regulatory sandbox will take that challenge with the support of the market, with the support of the authority, design the best practices, design policy ideas, so that the authority can take that and implement it. Introducing those type of structures could be very useful for a growing economy like Ethiopia, where we need many different types of regulation to increase financial inclusion, to generate more access to capital market products for companies, and most important, of course, as well, is we will restrict ourselves from making any mistakes in terms of regulatory decision making.
There are three reasons UNDP, as a premier development organization in the United Nations system, is interested in this initiative. First is, as Doug said, inclusion, financial inclusion. We want to be able to help small financial entities have access to financial services in Ethiopia. And the reason we are interested in that is that we are under the assumption that if small businesses have access to financial products, they will have the necessary capital for growth, to grow their businesses. And that growth will translate into sustainable development. The various indicators of sustainable development, employment, it also will help in amplifying the productivity in the market, and also help de-risking the market as well. And these are areas that UNDP is interested in, and we believe access to financial product is an accelerator for the sustainable development goal. And this is very important, as we indicated, as the Secretary General indicated in the last General Assembly, that we are in a moment to rescue the Sustainable Development Goals. And this is one avenue that will help us achieve that.
What the first step obviously is to structure the sandbox. So that's the major priority right now. We've onboarded experts with over 20 years of experience in terms of deploying this with the support of UNDP, and we will utilize their expertise to structure what type of regulatory sandbox is needed for a nascent capital market, for an Ethiopian financial sector, where still we have to work harder to make sure that we have expand access to finance. Once the regulatory structure is defined, then we will reach out to the market, reach out to the stakeholders, in order to put in problems into the sandbox, with the hope that what ultimately will come out of it will be regulatory instruments, policy directions, enabling environments that would allow the market to be more efficient, and then definitely achieve our main target, which is more access to finance, to capital market products, to companies and individuals who are in business.
So we are in the design phase. And for us in UNDP, at the very outset of this initiative, we want to be able to create a collaborative platform so that all of the stakeholders that are important for the success of this exercise to come on board at the very beginning, and to be stakeholders to be the decision makers to help inform the design. Because without that, the ownership, the leadership that needs to be driven from the authority of Ethiopia will be missed. So that's fundamental for us at the very outset to make sure all of the partners are on board. Secondly, we think the governance structure, which has been discussed this morning, is very important for agreement to be achieved around that, especially from the leadership in Ethiopia. And then that will give us the basis of the oversight. This is a very important initiative. It's also risk prone. And if we don't have the appropriate oversight, we could undermine the intent that we have. So those are the two objectives, the initial objective we would like to achieve as UNDP. Strengthening the partnership platform, ensuring the oversight, the governance structure necessary to achieve the success.
I think this is a wonderful indication of a reformist government. We've been trying to reduce the regulatory burdens across the board under the homegrown economic reform. As you know, we've introduced several new tools to allow market participation to improve, liberalizing sectors that were closed for many years. And this is another indication that the government wants to listen before acting upon a certain regulatory instrument. So for stakeholders, this is a wonderful opportunity because we really think that this regulatory sandbox could be a two-way communication between stakeholders, government, and others, so that ultimately we can come up with a regulatory instrument that would allow the market to expand and have a direct impact on economic growth.
We have an opportunity to foster innovation in the financial sector. We have an opportunity to create the basis for economic vibrancy and also an opportunity to forge partnership. And I think this is, we are excited about this initiative. We believe if it is successful, Ethiopia's innovative ecosystem can have a space to thrive.